Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL. And he's proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
And every time you step on the field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Michael Dana
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here and try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Goff now looking to throw.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. Nico Remigio deep for KC.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And, of course, number one, trying to win the game today. But for him, it's always about Super Bowls, trying to get back to his fourth consecutive one. Fell short of the NFL's first ever three-peat in the Super Bowl last year. He wants to avenge that loss at the end of this season.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Pass to Brown. He's got it. On the crossing route.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Hutchinson on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Lions.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the... And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco,
24 yards.
and the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So after a scoreless first quarter, our first score of the game here in quarter number 2.
And it comes on a great run too, Brandon, because once he got past that first wave, how about how he kicked it into high gear, able to outrace defenders all the way to the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score. Chiefs.
A 10-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Nifty move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And the Lions first down.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
St. Brown motioning left. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense. But if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again, and the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the
say you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And Juju's going to pick up the Chiefs' first down as he'll get this down to the 32. That one goes for 8 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now here's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And Xavier Worthy
From 10 yards out.
and the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential can go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 22-23. The Lions Bengals offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Second down and 3.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Goff.
He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Mahomes going to throw. Hitting Juju on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A little juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And they'll run it with Gibbs. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like
fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Finding room at midfield.
He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Lions.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6.
To throw is Goff. This is caught by Williams.
Goff and Williams hooking up there for the Lions first.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Lions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, They want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
They'll try the air now with Goff.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Bates' kick is good.
And that'll move them back within 6 now.
So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the 43, here's 2nd down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go get it out. Let's out of
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
One last throw here for Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance is just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Garden. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.